ready. Today we're gonna show you how to install a electric frunk for the new Model S. These are the tools and stuff we need for installing it, and we can start. So we're gonna take the back piece off first. And we're going to take one of the sides. Remember, you have to take all the sides off before you take off the middle piece. Also, on the middle piece, you start from one side and then another side, and then you take it off. So you'll need to take out the panel before you take the carpet out. So we can pull out that plug by wiggling it out. And then we can take the carpet out. So we're going to use a 10mm hex to unscrew the 4 screws. We can remove the middle piece. So you have to remove the strut with the flathead screwdriver. And remember to hold up the top while you're doing that. Put the other strut on, and remember to put the bottom on first, and then leave the top detached, so then it's easier to do the other side. And do the same for the other side too. Remember to hold up the hood because the struts are not on yet, so then the hood could fall down on you. Now the other side is clicked in, and you could finish the other side. So you're going to connect the struts to this thing that is called the major wire harness. And you're also going to do the other side. So we're gonna remove the latching mechanism by unlatching the two 10mm hex. So you're gonna slide out that red thing, and then you can just slide out that thing. So we're going to take out the spring by pulling the bottom. And then you can put on your latching mechanism by sliding it in. And you're going to put that little circle around that thing. And then you can just put the spring back. Now we're going to connect the Sigma wire into the latch unit, then connect the OEM connector back to the other end. Reattach the latching mechanism with the 10mm bolt. Remember to complete this step or else your frunk won't open. So first, you have to unplug this plug. And then you have to plug that plug in. And you'll have to plug this back. First, you're going to pop the cap open at the 2 o'clock position. And then you're going to run the emergency wire down to the cap. So you're going to tie the emergency wire. You're going to push it back in. To put that cap back in, you have to hook it on, and then you can pop it back in. First, you're going to take the latch motor, and you're going to put the cable down as far as you can. And you're going to stick it to the side with double-sided tape. Remember to wipe the side before you stick the double-sided tape on, or else it won't stick well. And then use 2 zip ties connected to each other, and then tie it on. plug the brown plug into the latch motor. Now we're gonna cut the power wire and then strip it. Now you're going to wrap the wire around the jump post and then tape it down with electrical tape. Take out the white plug from the jump post and then put the positive plug from the wire harness into it and make sure it clicks, and then you put it back. And then you're gonna connect this ground wire into there. That's a 10mm hex right there. Now connect the signal wire to the major wire harness, and then connect the buzzer to the major wire harness, and then connect the big plug from the major wire harness to the waterproof control unit. And the orange light should flash. So next we need to test to make sure it works. So first use your finger to press down the latch so that it locks. And then press the emergency unlock button to make that thing unlock. Now let's test the landing function. So first press the button on the control unit 2 times, and then you should hear the motor move. Then check to see if it still shows that the frunk is open. Next you're gonna push down the lever while doing the double click test. And then the latch should lock, and then it should say it's closed. The frunk is closed. Next we're going to initialize the system. Hold down the button on the control unit until it beeps. And then you should be able to close the frunk on your app. And you can also test to open it. Next, we're going to zip tie the control unit. so that it doesn't fly everywhere when you're driving. And then after you zip tie it, you'll have to clean up all of the wires. Now that we cleaned up all the wires, we can put everything back to where it was before. First, we're going to put the bottom middle piece in. And then we will need to screw all the screws back again. Now we're going to put the carpet back. Next, we're going to put the panel in. First, connect the wire to it. And then put it back. Next, we're going to put the pieces back. Remember, you have to start with the front piece. And for the final piece. The wire from the new strut seems to get caught on the edge of the plastic piece. Try to tuck it to the side. Now we're going to do the final test.